Hi friends, this is NJ, host on this channel. So we will continue our discussion around different major arcana cards. The card which we are going to discuss today is the card number 2, known by the name the High Priestess card. And we will have our discussion on the same 4 parameters. First, we will try to understand the illustration, because I have already explained to people that these illustration are the treasure house of all the mysteries, philosophies, different kind of religion, magic ever been known to humankind. So each element of this illustration indicate towards something. Then we will try to understand the divinatory meaning of this card. Then we will try to understand what would remain to be the case if this card will come reversed in your reading. And the last would remain to be the real life situation where this card can be fitted in someone's situation or someone's life. So before we'll start our discussion on this card, just a quick recap of all what we have studied so far in our journey of tarot. I have already explained to people that tarot helps you for 4 purposes. First, for the character analysis. Second, to get a glimpse of the future. Third, to get a solution to your immediate problems. And last, to elevate your spiritual state. Trust me, if you will just start following tarot with your heart and soul, you'll automatically realize that there remains to be some energies, because tarot works on the principle of the energies. So there remains to be some energies which help you in getting a solution to immediate problems. And that is the only reason while doing a reading, only those cards appear which are completely in sync with the life of the person for whom you are doing the reading. And this same principle of the functioning of the tarot has been even supported by the famous psychologist Carl Jung with the principle of synchronicity. So that all we have discussed in the previous video. In this video, we are just going to begin our discussion on the major arcana card, the High Priestess. And I have already explained that because you'll find different kind of tarot decks, tarot cards all across the world. The tarot cards, the tarot deck which I am following here in this discussion is the Rider-Waite card, which is being formed and produced in year 1910 by the famous occultist author Edward Waite, and on his instruction the illustrator Pamela Colman Smith produced these cards. These cards can be divided into 2 chunks majorly. First being the major arcana cards, which tells about the very impactful, long lasting and universal signification, and the another is the minor arcana cards. Minor arcana cards just tell about the functioning of these universal principles on a daily mundane level in your life. So major arcana cards are 22 in numbers, minor arcana cards are 56 in numbers. Major arcana cards, when it comes to these 22 cards, they carry one unnumbered card which is known as the Fool, and rest of the 21 cards. It has been believed that Fool, which is the manifestation of the soul, it is the Fool who completes his journey, goes through these 21 different lessons of the life, and he goes through hopes, joys, fears, sorrow, different kind of experiences, because these major arcana cards are just the manifestation of different kind of experiences, and before meeting and attaining the fulfillment in the last card, which would remain to be the 21st card of the tarot major arcana deck. So we'll start our discussion on this High Priestess card. So when it comes to understanding its illustration, so see, it has been believed that this lady is the guardian of the unconscious. She is the virgin daughter of the moon. She sits in between the 2 pillars, as you can see in this illustration, and these 2 pillars carry a lot of significance. It has been believed that these 2 are the same pillars which were stationed in front of the Solomon temple, the first temple in Jerusalem. And this pillar, this black pillar, which is you will see this kind of B alphabet written over here. So this represents Boaz. This represents the negative life force. Then this is the Jashin, which represents the positive life force. Then as you can see this lady, there is a solar cross on her chest, which also represents the upright part of this solar cross, just represents positive life force. The horizontal side of this solar cross just represents the negative life force. On her head you will find this kind of full moon kind of symbol with a waxing and waning image of the moon on the sides, and the same kind of crescent moon you will see on her feet. So you must be getting some kind of cue that this has something to do with the subconscious, and you are very true that we will discuss once we'll cover this part and get into the understanding the divinatory meaning. So the full moon symbol on her head with waxing and waning image of the moon on the side of it. Then we have discussed the solar cross, and on her hand you'll see this kind of scroll which represents and carries the all kind of esoteric wisdom. So it has been believed that this word which is written on this scroll is Torah, T-O-R-A, Torah, and which represents the divine law. And behind her you'll see these kind of pomegranate and palm kind of fruits kind of formation on her background, which just represents the fertile and very active subconscious. So this card in a nutshell has to do all about the subconscious, because I have already told you people that these different major arcana cards are the different experiences. Because while doing a reading for someone, there is one way, the principle which I follow. I first try to find out the card which is in sync with the personality of the person who has come to me for the reading. So if this card has come out, it would just indicate some kind of hidden influences, some kind of subconscious related matters. Because at the time when we were discussing the Fool card, that the meaning of the Fool can be comprised on, encapsulated on the word beginning, situation which is about the beginning. Same way, the Magician card which we have already discussed in the previous video just represents about taking action. But when it comes to understanding the divinatory meaning of this, the High Priestess card, first of all, this just tells about little bit withdrawn, staying non-active, non-action, because this card just tells about withdrawing from the involvement. You need to just withdraw from the situation and you need to analyze. So the keywords which defines the divinatory meaning of the High Priestess card, first being staying non-active, withdrawing from the taking action. Second being accessing the unconscious. Third being seeing the potential, and fourth being sensing the the mysteries. So I'll explain that one by one. When I say staying non-active, it means you might be going through some kind of situation where you remain, you have to just wait for the right time for things to happen. So withdrawing from the involvement, let the events and situation proceed without intervening. You have to remain calm, you have to remain very passive, and you have to remain very receptive towards the influences happening around them. So there might be those times when you are feeling very restless, you want to change your job, you are feeling little bit stuck in the situation, but still you do not have to act. That if this card has come out, so this card would indicate that you need to withdraw from getting involved in any kind of situation. Second, as I have already explained, that this card tells about accessing the unconscious. So this just represents believing in your intuition, taking the help of your inner guide, even what kind of dreams, intuition, imagination are trying to indicate you. You need to listen to that. You have to go inward. Third, as I have already told you people, that to see the potential, seeing the potential, which just represents what kind of hidden possibilities you hold within yourself. You need to believe in yourself, and you need to see while going inwards that what all kind of potential you hold. And the last being sensing the any kind of mysteries. It means that is there any kind of hidden influences around you, where you are working, people are plotting against you, people are like your friend is backstabbing you. So all those things this card tells about. Now when it comes to understanding the the meaning, if this card has come out to be reversed and while doing a reading, so reverse card just tells about conceitment, a hidden kind of influences at work, a little bit of the sensory enjoyment. So this is what this card tells about. See, this card is very important. This card in a nutshell just tells about, it is a, first of all, it is a boon for all those people who work with the subconscious, be it the artist, be it the poets, all those people who have to have very very fertile, very active subconscious, very active thinking. So this card remains to be boon for all those people. Apart from that, all those people who want to elevate their spiritual state, who want to do meditation, who want to go very deep into their subconscious, this card is also very boon for those people, because very soon even I am going to tell you how to meditate on the cards. So this card remains to be the first preference for all those people who want to meditate, the High Priestess card. And when it comes to, we have already discussed its significance in the reading, that if this card has come out in the, while doing a reading for someone, so this could indicate so many things, that the person might be on radar, being vulnerable against the, backstabbing, or being, becoming a victim of the office politics. This could be indicating that no matter how restless the person is feeling for whom you are doing the reading, but the divine guidance is that this person should remain in the non-active mode. This is not the right time for him to get into that mode of remaining assertive and outward going, taking action and doing any kind of abrupt or random changes in his life. So this is what this card indicates. It's a very important card for meditation, for the spiritual enlightenment and inner illumination. So this is all what I wanted to say on my view on the High Priestess card. I hope you guys found this video informational. For further more updates and notification on tarot, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.